This message is for the person who seeks to be sought. Is that you? There is something here about a message that needs to be learned so you can move on to the next phase in your life. It's cyclic in nature. It presents differently for everybody. So this message may or may not be for you, but stick around for a minute and give me a listen, okay? How often have you repeated the same pattern over and over again, unable to learn whatever that lesson is? Maybe it's a generational pattern that keeps repeating from one family member to the next, or perhaps the lesson is seen but not acted upon. When this appears, it's disruptive and it's chaotic, and the drama comes from a place of anxiousness. And when the dust settles and everything's over, you rise up, you brush yourself off, and you start over again. But at some point, after some trigger or illusion is what I got, the cycle repeats itself as though our memory cannot store that kind of data at a cellular level for the purpose of evolution, at least not at that particular moment. And so we live this again and again, over and over. And so I asked what the energy was, and I got the Four of Cups, and that makes so much sense. It's like getting more of what you already have. It's a stuck energy. But it also feels like it's kind of full of ego and full of tension, like it comes from a place of kind of like an Aries energy, of which makes sense because we are in the season of Aries, but it feels like you're walking through this with blinders on. And the more times that you try to do something different or to move through this energy or to change the result, it always comes out the same. The outcome never changes. And it represents failure on some level to you. And so I asked what it was that you desire to move past. And I got freedom and letting go. And so I definitely get the feeling you're wanting to be set free from all of this frustration of not getting past this particular lesson in your life. Now, this is a hard energy to overcome. So let's just start there. All right. There's no shame or defeat in putting effort into releasing a pattern or a behavior that no longer serves you. All right. Anyone who tells you it's going to be easy or gives you oversimplified advice has clearly not been in your shoes. Okay. But there's something to be said about this Four of energies, Four of Cups energy that's being missed. Every attempt, every opportunity, every situation along the journey has a purpose. And it's often the point of view that is skewed, not the opportunity itself. So if you can remember that the more of the same only exists when you refuse to see the nuances of change, then what was once viewed as defeat can finally be seen as another brick that has been removed from the wall that seems to close you in. So if you look at him, he's being given all these different opportunities, and when he gets another one, it's like, smah. Each one of those cups represents something along your path that you did get, that you did cleave something from. And it's the collection of all of those things that helps you move on to the lesson. Now, some lessons are meant to be learned over time, especially if you were breaking free from karmic or ancestral patterns. These are things that have been around for a long time. And even if it's addiction or something along that nature, it didn't happen overnight. So don't expect it to go away overnight either. It's something that you want to just, it's layers upon layers that will need to be revealed. So be kind to yourself. Allow yourself some space to grow instead of constantly criticizing every move that doesn't succeed. Self love is a real thing, and a simple gesture of just saying one kind thing to yourself each day will grow into a more open and caring heart. Now, one last thing, stop trying to force an outcome or placing expectations on the next phase and how it should look. Divine timing runs by its own set of rules, and transformation may not look the way you see it in your mind. Okay? So allow the energies to flow through you and let the outcome be what it's designed to be. Sit in stillness. Let your thoughts become quiet. Then listen to what your heart is telling you. You'll not only you'll not only be more at peace, but you also won't be denied answers that you seek. It may not be the answer that you want, and it certainly will not look like the outcome that you envision. But give that connected space a chance to breathe and be patient with that process. Staying grounded and practicing meditation helps, but listen, you do you. All right, whatever helps you find that inner equilibrium. And look, don't give up. If this message found you, then you are closer than you realize to getting off this merry-go-round and transmuting this chaos into something fresh and new. Please leave me a comment on how you're willing to show up in this energy. Believe it or not, it will help more people than you know. I love you. Peace and light.